What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be predicting the 2020-2021 Euros. It's starting up after a year delay, just a couple days after you're probably seeing this. Actually, I think the day after you're going to see this video, the Euros are going to start. A lot of people have done predictions across the world, and I guarantee you've probably seen people use this website, and that's what we're going to be doing to predict the Euros. It's pretty simple. I'm just going to do my predictions, group, and all that stuff. Let's get right on into it, but make sure to subscribe, like the video, check my Twitch and Discord in the description. I do lots of other different types of content. But yeah, today we're focusing on the Euros, and let's get into this one. So, starting with Group A, first thing to predict, we obviously have to predict the top four. We have to predict the positions, the top two advance, and then the four third best, the three. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. The four best third place finishers also advance to the top two in each group. And starting with Group A here, we have Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, and Italy. You gotta choose Italy at first. I guarantee you that there's obvious favorites in these groups with Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, France, all these favorites. And I think there might be one favorite that slips up in their group. But ideally, I see Italy getting first in their group, and I don't really see them slipping up too much. I think they can be considered favorites for this. They got plenty of players from Donnarumma in the back to likes of Immobile up top and Bonucci, and they got a really strong team all around, and I see them getting first. Now this is actually a tricky group, I think, because Switzerland's got them quality players with Akanji and Sommer. Turkey's though has got a lot of players. They got Kabak, Calangelo. I mean, they're people are saying Turkey's like a sleeper team. I think they are. But they got Wales. They got a quality team. You got Brooks, you got James, you got Bale. But personally, I think that Turkey is actually going to get second in this group. I think Wales will finish third, and Switzerland will be fourth. So, Italy and Turkey are definitely going to be in the knockouts. Wales will be up for grabs. Group B, we got Russia, Belgium, Denmark, Finland. Russia, obviously, they're coming off the 2018 World Cup where they lost in the quarterfinals after beating Spain in the penalty shootout in the round of 16. Belgium is coming off, I think, semifinals in the World Cup, and people are saying this could be the final tournament, or at least the final Euros for this Belgium golden generation with De Bruyne, Hazard, Vertonghen, Alderweireld. They might even already be done for. You got Lukaku, 9 goal. You got Thorgan Hazard, you got Meunier, Courtois. It's a big golden generation. I think they have a lot of talent, and people, I think, don't realize, I think, they can actually compete with any team, in my opinion. Because, yes, you can have a deep squad, but in the end of the day, the game is 11v11 with maybe 3 subs, and I think their 11 can go up against any 11 and say that we're as good as you. And I think Belgium will top this group, but do not sleep on Russia. I definitely think they'll get second. Between Denmark and Finland, similar flag, right? Similar location. And they kind of, they each got some quality players, but I think Denmark actually could get second in this group. They got some quality players. They got Schmeichel, not Peter Schmeichel, but Kasper Schmeichel, who could be in his final Euros. We don't know. You got Holsberg, you got Poulsen. You got quality players on this Denmark team that can actually help them. Arguably more well-known players than the team on Russia, but I think Russia's got a good team chemistry around them. So I'm going to put Denmark at third, and I think Finland is definitely going to be fourth. But I can definitely see Russia and Denmark switching, and yeah, I see Belgium, Russia going to the knockouts. Denmark is still up for grabs, which we will do later. You can see down here, we'll predict the 4 best. Either way, on to Group C, we got Austria, North Macedonia, Ukraine, and Netherlands. North Macedonia, I believe this is actually their first ever Euros, and they beat some teams here. I mean, you don't see Norway here. That's probably the biggest nation. You got some European nations that aren't here because of North Macedonia. Then maybe you expected North Macedonia to not make it. But I think, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to have that great of a chance. Austria's got some quality players, such as Alaba and things. Ukraine has got Yarmolenko, Sigankov. They've had some decent form as of late, Ukraine, but can we really count out the Netherlands? They might not have VVD, but they still have De Vrij, De Ligt, De Jong. They have like 2 De Jongs on their team. Van de Beek, who might be actually out for the Euros, but I still think the Netherlands are just a really good squad. And they've had bad history generally, and like when it comes to the knockout stages, but this is the group stage. I think they'll get first comfortably. Second place, I think, is going to be Austria. Third, Ukraine, and North Macedonia will unfortunately be fourth. But congrats to them for making their first Euro, I believe. I don't know if that's a fact, but it's. I think it's a team like them. I think it's good that they at least made it because it's not all the nations in Europe for sure. Either way, moving on to Group D, we got Scotland and England. We got basically neighbors, and we got the 2018 World Cup finalists Croatia and Czech Republic. Right away, you stand out. You see England, but you could see Croatia as an underdog. And people have been talking, oh, England, they're not. They have such a great squad, but their Southgate does terrible decisions, and they kind of choke. And there's actually a theory that England might purposely not win this group because if you actually win Group D, you play second or third place in Group F. So that's an interesting story behind it. But I still think England's going to get first, but I think Croatia's going to get second right behind them. They still got really quality players, Mandzukic, Modric, etc. Scotland, they've got some okay players. You got McTominay, you got Robertson, um, McGree, McGinn. It's all right, but I think they'll get third. They could be a chance for a third place team finish, and then Czech Republic, unfortunately, I think will be fourth. So moving on to Group E, people are saying Group E is actually the easiest group, along with out of all the groups, simply because you got Slovakia, Sweden, Poland, who are decent but not like super good. You got Spain, which people are saying, oh, they have not a good squad in the first place. No Ramos, the golden generation's done for in Spain. Spain's done for. Busquets is not tested positive, all that stuff. I still do think that Spain will top it, but I can definitely see Spain stumbling to I don't know. I feel like Spain's going to be one of those teams that in the group stage they're not going to look good, but I think they're going to snag out 1-0 results or just win nil, or draw 0-0. They're not going to be convincing in my opinion. The U21s were convincing against Lithuania, I'll say that. They beat them 4-0. But Spain, I think, is still going to get first. Poland, Sweden's interesting. Sweden, I think, has got the overall better players. No Zlatan, but they still got Alexander Isak and things like that. But Poland's got Lewandowski, but I've been looking at the friendlies, and Lewandowski just can't score because Lewandowski, man, he is a great player, but he's not a creator, and he needs that midfield. On Bayern, he's got Goretzka, Muller, and Kimmich feeding him. He needs the feeding on Poland. I don't think he really gets that. And I think because of that, Sweden's going to get second, Poland third, and Slovakia, unfortunately, will be fourth. Now, the biggest group, in my opinion, it's Group F. I think everyone's going to say this is the biggest group. Portugal, the 2016 Euro winners, against France, the 2018 World Cup winners, and Germany, the 2014 World Cup winners. So Portugal, France, and Germany are the last three major winners of competitions, the Euros and World Cup. And then you got Hungary, poor guys. It's sad for them. Now, people are saying France are heavy favorites for the competition. I can see why. And I do think that France are going to top this group. I think they can definitely beat anyone. The knockouts might get interesting, but I do think France are going to top this group. Portugal, Germany, people are saying that Portugal is better on paper. But there's this thing about actually Portugal having not great head-to-head record against Germany, and Portugal have looked okay in their friendlies. And I actually think that Germany is going to get second in this group, believe it or not. And I think Portugal will get third, and Hungary will get fourth. So maybe you could say, people would say Portugal second. I actually think Germany's going to get second, Portugal get third. But that's the groups for you guys. But now it's time to predict the 4 best third place teams. And right away, I'm looking at this. I gotta choose. I think Wales could be a little bit of a dark horse. I'm just saying. I don't know. They feel like a dark horse to me. Wales, I think, will go through. Denmark, I think, will be another one. And then I think Ukraine and Portugal. So I think those 4 teams will be the ones to join Italy, Turkey, Belgium, Russia, Netherlands, Austria, England, Croatia, Spain, Sweden, and France, Germany into the knockouts. So now we will continue here, and you can see the bracket. They already have the round of 16 for us, and you already got some big draws in this. So we got Belgium, Wales, Italy, Austria, France, Ukraine, Croatia, Sweden, Spain, Denmark, England, Germany, which is why England's finishing first. They still have to play the second team in Group F, so yeah, it's a little bit tough for them, isn't it? And then you got Netherlands, Portugal, and Turkey, Russia. So England, Germany, Netherlands, Portugal is the biggest ones. Let's actually start from the bottom here and work our way up top. Turkey, Russia. I think Turkey, Russia, I seriously think those 2 teams are teams that I think, if we're talking a dark horse, like a dark horse that can make the semifinals or something like that, I think Turkey and Russia are probably the biggest shouts for that. But they play each other here. And Russia, I think, is not the better team chemistry, but Turkey, man, don't sleep on Turkey. Don't sleep on Turkey. That team is very quality. They got players all around the pitch, and I actually think Turkey is going to beat Russia in this one. Netherlands, Portugal is interesting. You got Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Diaz, Diego Jota against the likes of Matthias de Ligt, Frankie de Jong, Donny van de Beek's not going to be there. You guys saw that Diverge. You got Sussen and probably in goal. Memphis Depay. It's a tough one, but I think Portugal's going to edge them, guys, just by a little bit. England, it's coming home every year. It's coming home. It's coming home. We got the best team in the league. We are amazing. Then you got Southgate. You got your terrible team selection, and on the pitch, man, they have been struggling. It was Romania. They had to be saved by a 68th minute penalty. That was, I mean, it was just a penalty. Like, that's all they could do against Romania. And England, I think your road is going to end early, folks. I think Germany is going to beat you guys. I seriously think so. Spain, Denmark. This could be an upset alert. Spain versus Denmark. Denmark, they got quality players. Kasper Schmeichel at his best is a really good player. You also got Hallsberg, who can be a beast in the midfield. You got Paulson. You got a very good team around them, but yeah, Spain not having the greatest, season or that last couple of years and things like that, but they still got really good players. You got Gerard Moreno, probably De Gea in goal. It's debatable. In the back, it might be a little bit shaky. But you got Busquets, but he's spotted. You got Marcos Llorente. It's tough. You got Jordi Alba. He's going to be your captain, which people are debating on. But I still think Spain have what it takes to beat Denmark, and I got Spain going to the quarterfinals. Four more matches to predict. Croatia, Sweden. Croatia, I think, slightly better on paper, and I think they'll get through here. France, I'm sorry, Ukraine, but I think you should be happy to make the round of 16, I guess. But France is probably going to be too much for you. Italy, Austria, I think Italy's definitely going to go through here. Belgium, Wales. Oh, man, I really feel like choosing Wales here, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Belgium is too strong for Wales. And so here are my quarterfinals. You got Belgium, Italy, France, Croatia, Spain, Germany, Portugal, and Turkey. So it's time to predict who's going to make the semifinals. Belgium, Italy. I think Belgium is their golden generation. Italy, though, they've always been consistent. They've been getting better slightly throughout. They're not as bad as they were like 4 years ago and things like that. I just think Belgium, man, I think this is their last chance to really do like damage. And maybe the 2022 World Cup they might be back, but maybe De Bruyne will be ready and fit by then. We don't really know his status, but this will be like what, July? I think he'll be ready. You have the likes of Eden Hazard, Torgan Hazard. You got Courtois in goal, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Munir in the back, Lukaku, arguably one of the best strikers in the world, people are saying right now. You got a very good Belgium side, and I seriously think that they're going to make a run in this competition. I think they're going to the semifinals. France-Croatia, rematch of the 2018 World Cup. I'm sorry, Croatia, but you're not going to get revenge. France are too good, and I think France are going to the semifinals. Spain, Germany, Spain, Germany. Okay. So, remember, Germany lost 7-0 to Spain. And people said, oh, the Spain team is bad. I think Spain have a little bit of a nice record against Germany, and I think it's going to continue. I think Spain will beat Germany in this one. I think Germany plays into Spain's favor. I think Spain can definitely counter on their abilities, and I think Spain are going to make it through. Portugal, Turkey. Do I choose Turkey? I can't choose the Turkey, guys. Portugal's too strong. It's one of their best sides in a long time. I think it's better than the 2016 Euro side. You got quality players from the back with Ruben Diaz and Joao Cancelo. There's a Man City connection. You got the midfield of Bruno Fernandes, even João Moutinho, the experience. And up top, you got Ronaldo. You got Joao Felix, who might not even play because it's such a stacked team. You got Diego Jota, and I just think Portugal are too good. So now comes the semifinals, and yeah, it's two teams to make the finals, and you got right away a Western Europe rival battle of Spain Portugal. That's a classic. You got Belgium France, and people are gonna say France are the favorites, but I seriously think France. A lot of people judge France because they have such a deep squad, right? You got Hugo Lloris, you got Lafont, you got Aurioli. You have so many goalkeepers. You got so many players in the back. Laporte obviously switches nationality, but you still got Umtiti and Varane and Langley. You got up top, you got Benzema. Oh, you also got Giroud. Oh, you got Dembele. Oh, you got Griezmann. They have such a deep squad. But unfortunately, a deep squad doesn't help you. It helps you, but it doesn't help you so much because you can't change the squad too much, or else the squad loses its like identity. And in a game, it's 11v11, three impact subs. Belgium's got that. Belgium, hey, I mean France throw out Hugo Lloris. Belgium throws out Thibaut Courtois. France throw out Benzema. You know, Belgium can just throw out Lukaku. I think as Lukaku is as good as Benzema right now when it comes internationally. France, okay, throw out Griezmann, throw out Dembele. Belgium can match that with Hazard, the other Hazard. It's very. I think Belgium can definitely match them. Maybe in the defense, defense is where France might stumble. But you know what? I'm doing it. I think Belgium's their golden generation, guys. I gotta pick upsets. I know you guys are tired of seeing France winning, France winning, France making the final, France making the final, France winning, France winning. Nah, not here today. We gotta pick some upsets. That's what separates your bracket from others. You gotta pick upsets, and I think Belgium's gonna make it. I'm sorry, France, but I think Belgium can beat you. I think Belgium is the one team. If we had to face one 11 versus another 11, I think Belgium is that team that can match the starting 11. No one in the Euros can match France's 30-man squad or whatever. That squad is too good. But if we're talking 11 versus 11 on the field with a couple subs, Belgium is the team to match them. And I think Belgium will make it to the final and beat France. Spain, Portugal, ooh, it's tough. This is Portugal's year, I think. They're going for back-to-back Euros, which is hard to do. Spain, golden generation's gone. You know, they won the 2010 World Cup, 2010 World Cup, 2012 Euros, all those things. I just think Portugal's got the better. I think Portugal right now is the better team. People are saying they're probably the best team in this after France. I think Portugal's gonna make the final. And that sets up a Belgium-Portugal final. Oh man, this is a good one. You got Cristiano Ronaldo here. You got De Bruyne on the other side. You got Courtois. You got Patricio. You got Ruben Diaz. You got Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Diego Jota, Hazard. It's a really good matchup. And I think, once again, Belgium, I think, has slightly better starting team, except for maybe, like, you know, Portugal, though, I think is a little bit more quick, and I think Portugal can change the game more. And it's tough, man. It really is. But I seriously think that Belgium, this is their year. This is the golden generation of Belgium, and they knocked out France, and they're about to knock out Portugal, and this is why I believe Belgium will be my Euro 2020 winners. I know everyone's going to say, oh, France is going to make it, guys. It's so obvious. Heck with France, man. You know, yeah, they're a great team, but you can't always choose the favorites. Favorites don't always win. What happened to City and Bayern this year in the Champions League? What happened to United in the Europa League, as much as it pains for me to say it? The favorites don't always win. They do not always win. And that's why I think Belgium is going to win the Euro 2020. And their path here, it was not easy. If we want to go back here, they topped the group with Russia, Denmark, Finland, which wasn't too bad of a group. And then as we go on here, they beat out Wales, beat out Italy, beat out France, and then beat out Portugal. And that is how they are going to win the Euros. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. That's my Euro predictions. Drop a like in the video. Subscribe if you're new around here. Subscribe, like the content. Like the video like that was for Belgium on my Euro 2020 predictions. I'm curious to see what you guys say in the comments. I'll see you guys on that next video. Bye-bye.